More than a quarter of local governments have indicated that they have plans to override the property tax cap next year, according to the Journal News. Over 300 of the 1,200 taxing entities are planning to raise property taxes by more than 2%, which, of course, is the tax cap. Joining us now to talk about that is our political analyst, New York Post state editor, Fred Dicker. And Fred, I guess it's probably not surprising.
Well, it isn't, Liz, and maybe, though, for a reason that people don't realize. This is a growing number of communities that are not staying within the tax. When the governor got the legislature to pass a cap on property taxes, he promised there would also be mandate relief to relieve the burden on these communities that's driving up the cost. That didn't come. Connected to it as well was the assumption that there would be growth in the economy so that in many of these communities the tax base would expand and provide additional money, which would then allow them to stay within the cap. Because if you have more taxpayers, you can do that. That didn't happen either. We know that the state has not recovered well compared to the rest of the nation coming out of the recession. So there are two big things working against local communities that struggle with pension costs and employment costs, uncontrolled costs for the counties and Medicaid and other uncontrolled costs. So they're doing their best, I imagine. A lot of them are staying within the cap, but it's getting worse and something needs to be done to get them relief.
What are the chances that this will be heard at the, at the governor's mansion and something will happen?
Well, they're well aware at the governor's mansion of what the problems are. They're concerned about themselves. I think the focus next year is going to be on some form of property tax relief, a so-called circuit breaker that we've talked about, but that won't help these communities. That's just another way for the state to subsidize certain taxpayers to relieve the pressure for real change.
All right. Well, I know you'll stay on top of it for us. Thank you, Fred. And a quick reminder about Fred's radio program. It's live in the state capitol weekday mornings. It's 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.